go and hang out with other people, or let's say it was a group of restaurants owned by the same VC group or investment group, and they own 19 in the city with different brand names. But you would often maybe go to, let's say, a different restaurant owned by the same group, and you would see that the servers there are making more money, that the bills are higher. So you're like, hey, maybe I go work at this restaurant. And you're like, hey, maybe I optimize, and I start figuring out, if I'm getting 20% tip on a $100 check, maybe I should go get $1,000 checks. So then I was like, hey, let me go work at high-end restaurants. And then I realized that at high-end restaurants, people were extremely nice. And I was like, well, let me build relationships. And then there was a lot of entrepreneurs that came, and it would be, hey, I'm trying to do entrepreneurship. Do you have some advice? And then I would start upselling them different foods and different drinks. And I was like, this is how you increase the bill. So it was very much optimizing the path of least resistance that I already had, which was I could work on tips, which I always wanted to work on my production. I never wanted to work on the hour because there was no incentive to do well, at least on tips. Go to Europe right now. You know why the service is so shit? Because people don't give a fuck because they're not getting tipped. So they don't care. You go to Mexico, you go to the US, some of the best customer service in the world. Why? Because culturally it's ingrained that you got to earn it. But then you go to a place like Asia or the Middle East, no tip, but it's incorporated into the culture that serving is like a benevolent or a high regarded thing. So you don't need to give people money in order to do that. But in Europe, fuck you, bro. In South America, if you don't pay me, fuck you, bro. That's how they work. But in the United States, in Mexico, you got to earn your tips. So I was like, I'm going to earn my tips. And then 2016 rolls around. I'm working at a high-end restaurant, making $300, $400 a day. And a fellow server says, hey, I have a $15,000 stock portfolio, or $14,000 stock portfolio, something like that. And he talks to me about day trading and biotech stocks and pink slip stocks and cheap stocks and penny stocks. And he starts telling me about all these things, and I start reading, and a couple weeks go by and he tells me about Bitcoin, $588. And I get interested, and I was like, hey, it's going to go up, and I buy it. And that's my introduction to the digital space. And then from there, e-commerce, social media, and it kind of just explosion in an entire new dimension.
Why were you not comfortable? Because a lot of people don't shift jobs. It seems like you always wanted more.
I'm shifting all the time because it's identifying potential.